think I am live. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to channel CodeX. This is your host Afzal, and today I kept the topic a little bit open. So basically we'll be discussing a lot of things around Flutter. We'll be discussing things regarding programming. We'll be discussing things regarding, in general, like how we should approach toward development of mobile application, website, or something like that. So we'll keep this topic, a little bit open so that you can ask your question, and we'll try to answer that if I can. And of course, we have a community members, like people are watching around the globe, so they can answer that question if not me. All right, so let's ping in the chat box that everything is fine, I'm audible, the visuals are good, and we will start immediately. And also, just a second, can you turn on the AC? Okay, so everything is set up. Just let me know in the comment section, about the audio and video quality. If it's fine, the streaming quality is going good, and we are good to start. So I'm waiting for your feedback. Developer Guruji, hi Afzal, Shubham Aka, Developer Guruji this side. I'm a Flutter developer too. Let's collaborate someday. Of course, Developer Guruji, I did recent collaboration with Coder Monk, and it was very nice. Like both the audience gave very good response. So if you're interested, just ping me and we'll do it for sure. Hello, Sarbaz. Hello, Himanshu. Welcome to live stream. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you are already a subscribed member or you are joining this live stream for the first time. So that I can know what to talk about in specific instead of just going in random things. So if I see that a lot of members are new, I'll choose that topic in particular. So just ping in about yourself, like from where you're joining, whether you're joining for the first time or not. And I think most of the audience will be my subscribed members, because this time I didn't targeted a lot of keyword like Flutter in the title, and this normal YouTube algorithm stuff that you have to put keywords in your title, you have to put thumbnail like that. So this time I just wanted to communicate with my audience. So whether it is a subscribed member or whether it's a daily viewer who didn't subscribe till now but they are watching my video repeatedly. So how to reach you, Developer Guruji? You can join the Discord server, and there you can ping me personally. That's the easiest way. Sarah is saying everything is good. Thank you so much for the feedback. Everything is fine. Superb. So let me know, guys, from where you're joining, and also if you have some feedbacks regarding the time of my live stream, like Saturday evening. I have chose, like most of my audience are from India, from Turkey, from Brazil and those parts. So I have chose this time which suits a lot of them. So if you have any question in general before we start talking and before we start discussing something, so if you have those kind of feedback, let me know in the comment section. Found your channel today only from GitHub. Superb, Tickloop, superb. So yeah, that's how things grows. If you have like work on your GitHub channel, if you have created some projects and people will find interesting, they will for sure follow on Facebook, join on YouTube. So this is how it works, right? So Himanshu Mishra is saying, I'm a Flutter developer, so I think you remember me. Of course, Himanshu, I remember you. You have asked a lot of questions regarding clock application. I have asked many questions regarding alarm clock. So before reading the next line, I remembered you. So see, I didn't read the next line, and I just remember you with your name. So a lot of people, like you people, are communicating with me so frequently that I remember all of your names. Like say it Noman, say it Himanshu, JK, and Jishan. So and there are a lot of other members which will not come immediately in my on my tongue. But of course, I started looking at their DP, looking at their name. I started recognizing them. So that's how community works. All right, I just wanted to how to become a master in Flutter and command on which topics by which I can be very Flutter developer. Okay, very good Flutter developer maybe, as I have 3-year experience in software development. All right, so Himanshu, will start with your question only, as you have a valid question. And I think I need to change this chat theme as well a little bit, but not in this live stream. I'm not going to touch it. I just this is a new thing which I tried to put that chat box next to my screen. I can see that it's not blending with the background, but that's totally fine. So Himanshu has asked a very good question. Like it's valid for you know, majority of the audience here, because they are learning Flutter. Maybe they are college pass out. Maybe they have like they're you know, they are a beginner in their software development life cycle. So 3+ experience, 5 year of experience, all those people. See, Flutter is just another tool, okay? And to master it, what you have to do is practice. Any other tool, like the only way to master it is by practicing. So what you have to do, you have to follow the tutorials, you have to follow the GitHub pages, and you have to make sure that you implement yourself. That is the key for becoming master. And it will not come immediately, but that is a gradual process. So say for example, you decided, you saw some video, you saw some nice design on Pinterest or somewhere, and you decided to implement that. So what you have to do, you have to start like I'm sorry, what I'm mistaken here. So basically you saw some design on internet. So what you have to do is you have to decide that I'm going to implement this in my project. I have to code myself, I have to code this thing, right? So you have to open up Visual Studio Code, you have to start designing that particular thing. And in the way, you will find a lot of problems, okay? And that is how thing works in development. So you start with something. You don't just assume like this is how it will be done. I can use this component, I can use this, I can use the stack layout, I can use here list view, and it will work fine. No, it is not going to work that way. You have to practice a lot, and that way you will become a master. So that is practicing is the only key, and there's no other way. And the best way, choose some design from internet, open Visual Studio up, and try to implement one page. You will find a lot of new things over there. And once you conquer, like once you fix that those many things, you're gonna become master for that. All right. So JK is asking a lot of questions. JK, I'll recommend you to not spam. If you really want your question to be heard, you can do a super chat. That's you know, proper way to ask question if it's not getting highlighted. But spamming will not help, because other also want you know, that space to ask question. So JK is asking, I want to use GetX in my Flutter app instead of BLoC. So please give me hint what to remove and what to add. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, what you're saying is you already have BLoC in place, all right, and you want to use GetX, right? So Sarbaz is also saying, I like GetX after watching your videos. Thank you so much, Sarbaz. Yeah. Thank you, Sunil, for your feedback. So to answer your question, JK, what you have to do is, if you have already implementation of BLoC, so BLoC also you name your files with a controller. So keep in that way and remove property by property, because if you have implemented in a proper way, for every single thing which you want to bind from UI, you should have a stream controller for that. So you can remove just one stream controller and put OBS instead of that, like normally we do in GetX, and try to work with that. If that works well, so remove the other one. Or if you want, because in Flutter, if you have the designs separately, you can simply create another project, and like in that way you'll not be messed up with this you know, mixing two architecture together. So you can simply create a new project as well and pull in all your user interface. But for that, you should have kept your user interface separately. If you have mixed your logic, so it's going to be a difficult part. But let me tell you honestly, working in Flutter, it becomes easy for me. I came across some situation where I have to upgrade my project to Android X to use some feature of Firebase and stuff like that. So that time I was finding it difficult to accommodate in the same project, because it was giving a lot of compilation error. It was not taking some other properties I modified, some Android manifest I modified. So it was just a nightmare for me. But the easy part was, I just copied the lib file where all my UI, everything, every entire flow of my application was residing. I just copied it and put it in the next, like another project I created. And from there, it just worked fine. I added Android X there. So everything works fine. You can migrate your projects easily to GetX if you really want to do so. So, okay. Janki Rama is saying, too okay. Get a job as a sorry, your question is a little bit too okay, get a job as a Flutter developer for fresher, what should I do? See, to be honest, Janki, currently the Flutter market is not that big. If you're talking about job opportunities, it is like currently only those people will get a job who has at least 2-3 years of experience in development, because Flutter itself is a very new. So nobody will hire a person who doesn't know programming, who doesn't have any work experience, and then on top of that the Flutter itself is very new. So because this is a general mindset that if something new tool they want to try with the experienced developer. So not experience in that particular tool. For that tool you may be having 1 year of experience, but overall like you have 5 years of experience, 3 years of experience, so that will really count here. So as a beginner you can of course start. If you get opportunity, that's very nice, but if you don't get disappointed. You can start with Android development, join a company where you will learn Android. There are a lot of Android is already established, so people will not think about that, having a developer who doesn't have any prior knowledge and taking as an Android developer. So you can start with Android, you can start with iOS if you want, and gradually you can change your career path towards Flutter or any mobile development toolkit. It's fairly fine. Hello, dude Singh from Canada. Welcome to Livestream. A lot of people from around the globe joining. I'm really happy about that. It feels a little bit motivated when people around the globe joins you, listen to you, and it's really nice feeling. All right, so please make tutorial for Firebase with Flutter. Technical OM, I have that in my priority list. That is the P1 for me. Very soon I'm going to release Firebase related stuff. Say it Firebase Analytics, Firebase Crashlytics, Firebase Storage, Firebase Functions, and all those good stuff. Notification of course. So for all of them I'm currently working on the timeline and working on how to how to convert that into a real-time application, so that it's not just in a dummy application in a page I show you the demo. Instead I want to show you in a real-time application. So of course it's going to come soon. Make sure to subscribe the channel if you haven't already. So let me know about in general what you expect from channel CodeX. I'll tell you by end of this tutorial, end of this live stream, what is my plan with channel CodeX, how I'm going to take it forward, and in terms of like what technology, what things you can expect from CodeX. But I want to hear from you guys, like what is your first thought, what you expect from channel CodeX, and what is your expertise, with what intention you subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, of course you are going to subscribe now, but what is your general expectation? So I want to hear from you guys. Okay, I can take a few minutes break so to get the answers. Akarsh, if I'm not right. Yeah, Akarsh is saying a company is asking for native knowledge. So the reason is here, the reason for any cross-platform tool, you will face this thing in interview. So let me tell you about myself. I'm a Xamarin developer, currently working as a Xamarin developer, and I'm a Flutter developer as well, but I'm like not in a company. I'm working on Flutter for myself. So what happened when I joined as a Xamarin developer, and anywhere if I have to switch company and I have to give interview for Xamarin, what happens? There they can ask you anything. Like it totally depends on the interviewer, what expertise he have. So let's take example of Flutter itself, okay, and then I'll talk about Xamarin. So in Flutter you're targeting Android, you're targeting iOS, you're targeting web, and you're using Dart language, and you're making a cross-platform application, right, with widgets. So what all things you can be asked? You can be asked about Android stuff, how activity works, how fragment works, what is the life cycle of list view, how things adapter works. Anything related Android you can be asked if the interviewer is he has a background in Android. Similarly, if the interviewer he has a background in iOS, you can be asked anything about iOS, how app delegate works, how Swift language, like in particular Swift things work, and those all things you can be asked. And because you're using Dart language, you can be asked question on Dart itself. So how something you can sort something, how you can aggregate something, how you can write a for loop, how you can write while loop. So you can be asked a question on Dart language itself. And on top of that, the other tool, like the Flutter toolkit itself, they have a lot of widget, like statelets widget, stateful widget. So all those things are there, and you can be asked question on that too. Just a second, I have seen immediate drop in my live stream. I hope it's live. Give me a moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. It's totally fine. I don't know how, somehow I saw the graph, it just went down. It's a technical glitch from YouTube side, but the viewers are there, the live stream is going healthy, no issue. So I was talking about being a cross-platform developer. Not the risk, but the difficult part getting, cracking the interview is you can be asked any random thing, right? About, if you take example of Flutter, you can be asked questions around Dart, question around widget, question around Android, iOS, web stuff, a lot of things you can be asked. If you talk about example of Xamarin, you can be asked things related to C# technology. You can be asked question related to .NET framework, right? So that's part is there. That part will be there because it's a cross-platform, right? All right. So please, could you make a Flutter tutorial about test and optimization? Sarah, this is something I have not yet planned about testing, but of course I am willing to do so. I cannot commit in near future, but of course I'll take that in my to-do list, and maybe I'll prioritize it and I'll do a video on that. Sir, are you all also going to complete GetX series? Of course, JK, I'm going to add maybe 2 or 3 videos more on GetX, just update for you guys. So GetX, as of now, I just covered the state management part. Going forward, I'm going to cover the route management, basically, which is very important aspect of GetX. And of course, the other tools, which are, it's neglected somehow. They have a lot of good features packed inside a GetX package. So you talk about the validation part, and what feature I'm liking apart from this route management and state management is the translation feature, like internationalization. So you can provide the translation in one of your file and you can use it across your application, and that really works very well. Like it goes with your existing implementation. So say for example, you have used some text hard-coded English value, you can just replace with the keyword and just use .tr in front of it and it will work smoothly. So those all topic I have planned. Of course, I'm going to do a video on that. Thank you for asking. So let's take a few more questions. Bro, take a look at my question 2. Amarjit, what is your question? Have I missed something? Yes, Amarjit is asking, I'm struggling with UI part. A lot I can do with the backend work, but when it comes to the UI part, I have absolutely no idea how to do it. All right. So UI part in Flutter, what I understand is they have a lot of widgets to be worked with, and the way you can master is watching a lot of tutorials and watching a lot of speed code. So basically, if you watch someone code, you will come to know how they are picking up particular widgets, and the same thing you can follow in your application. So this is how it works in terms of UI. So you just take any UI example, or maybe there's a speed code by, I don't remember the name exactly, but the DVFi or DevFi something, there's a YouTuber, he creates a lot of good UI with speed code, and just in 15-20 minutes you will see all the widgets he is using, all the properties he's using, and that will give you the idea like how you can customize particular widget to achieve some kind of UI, and then you can follow that particular thing and achieve yourself. So that will be my suggestion for you. You watch a YouTube video related to UI stuff and watch a speed code, so that will it will save your time and you can stop anywhere and you can see what particular widgets they have used for particular part of UI, right? So Animesh Bhardwaj is asking, is the CodeX is the place where I always get the better way to implement things on my application. You helped me a lot in exploring Flutter. Thank you for that, Animesh. It really means a lot to me. Like your feedback is really nice, and it feels me proud to contribute to the community, to help someone create a better application. It's not just about the Flutter thing. I just want to help people to come up with a better application in terms of coding, in terms of programming, in terms of designing stuff, in terms of writing state management and all those things. So that's why today I just wanted to communicate with you guys to get your feedback, and this is what I was expecting, like your genuine feedback about channel CodeX, what you are expecting from CodeX, how you want it to take forward. So like it doesn't work that I'm delivering something and you're just catching it. It works in a way like we both agree to the one thing, like what you are willing to have from me and what I'm delivering to you. So then only our channel can grow. And of course my prime goal is to expand my channel, have a bigger audience where I can talk to them, where I can share my knowledge, where I can share my stuff with them, and of course a little bit of part like when I can earn money as well, right? So that is there, no hidden thing. All right, so let's take another question. Tech Underrated is saying roadmap of Android development. And another, I'm experimenting a lot with pub.pub package. Will it help me to improve my Flutter skill? See, Tech Underrated, you have good name, by the way. Okay, Flutter packages are good to use if you have enough information about that and it's coming from the trusted source. Because a lot of time, see, if you think about company perspective, if you think about organization perspective, packages are not always recommended, because that is written by someone else with their own mindset, with their own availability. So today it's working fine, tomorrow it may be deprecated, right? Deprecated in the sense that they will no longer maintain it. So whatever feature they give, whatever, if the API goes deprecated, your application will crash, your application will not work properly. So trying packages is fine until it's coming from the proper source, it has the proper ratings, and pub.dev has really good specs. They provide you the rating, they provide you the liking and all those stuff. So you have to check that, you have to make sure that it's coming from the authentic source, and then you can use it. And of course, the good part here, if you use any package, you can explore the source code as well. So if you feel like it's very easy thing, like they have just written some class and 100 lines of code, you can copy paste inside your application and just try to go through it, understand it, how it is done, so that you have now control over it. You can anytime customize as per your liking. So going with package, just consider only those package, implement only those package inside your application which you trust, and also make a habit of writing some description on top of the package name. So that will help you like in future to come to know for what reason you have used this package, and if you want to remove this, like if there's a new package in the market for the same thing, you can easily remove that package. So another question from Ticlup11. Please complete clock app as soon as possible. Brother Ticlup, I have already completed that clock app series in terms of tutorials. Like in clock app, what basically I targeted when I started, I wanted to cover different topics. Say for example, local notification, custom paint, local storage. So all those things I wanted to target with the help of one application, and I completed in like 7 videos. So from my side, it's completed. If you want to extend it further, like if you really want to implement a application shippable to Play Store, so you have to work on that. And if you find any difficulty, you can join me on Discord for sure. All right, so let's take another question. Android Noob is asking, can you make some Flutter tutorials with Django and Firebase? Brother Android Noob, Django is something I'm really not aware about, but Firebase, of course, you're gonna get tutorial very soon, maybe in this month or in the early week of next month. So Bobby Courtney 1 is saying, because this channel I know GetX and it make me develop apps twice faster. Thank you so much, Bobby. Let me tell you my side as well. I started working on GetX and I started creating tutorials on that just because someone commented in the YouTube video. So I started learning that first because it's fairly new, right? We are not born with any skill set, we have to develop it. So I started learning that particular thing and I found it so easy, so fast to develop something. And of course it has less size also. So it doesn't, it is not like you get the convenience and your application user gets the larger application size. So it takes very less size as well. And I'm using this GetX in one of my real-time project for my client. So I'm working on a freelancing project, and there I'm using, and I'm just loving it. With just simple OBS property, I can do a lot of things in my UI. My UI is separated, my view is model is separated and the controller is separated. That really helps me to expedite the things and reuse my code as well. So any extraordinary freelancing tip? If you have seen Tech Underrated, if you have seen my previous video where I collaborated with Coder Monk, he given a very nice suggestion. You have to create your portfolio. So in portfolio terms, you can create your domain, like you can purchase a domain, put your website, or if not that, you can create your portfolio on GitHub as well. So GitHub, they are providing your GitHub, they are giving your username. You can use it as like I have a portfolio which is not live yet. github.com/afzalali, like that you can create, and there you can showcase all the projects which you have done. So that will give a good impact on the user, your audience, or maybe say for example you want to do a freelancing stuff. So on Fiverr you can put, and all the people who are looking around your profile, that will really like it if you have some real-time projects which they can see and explore for themselves, right? So that will be the tip for freelancing. So we have another question. Brother, I was not able to learn Flutter, but after watching your videos, I inspire a lot and I feel it's easy, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Technical Om. Thank you so much for that. It really, it really motivates you when someone says that because of you, I got a right path, like I started something. So it gives you the motivation that, of course, I'm a part of someone's success, like I'm contributing to them, and that happiness is it cannot be fulfilled with, or it cannot be replaced with the money. So that's really nice feeling, having someone saying that I inspired them. All right, so let's take few questions now. Enough of talking about my channel. And viewers count is also good. I'm glad that people are watching me talking the nonsense stuff, or like just talking about something, not doing productive coding and all this stuff, but people are listening. So I can take out of this, take this as a feedback that in somehow, like in once in a week or twice, once in a month, I should do a live stream like this. What do you say, guys? Android Noob is saying nice t-shirt. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you noticed. It's my customized t-shirt for channel CodeX, and it says, if you can see, yes, I'm a programmer. So this I created from Streamlabs, and you guys can also purchase this t-shirt. It's available on my merch store. I'll put link in the description. Just a second. I got a chance to market myself, and I will not lose that. So this is my profile, CodeX Dev. And merch. Perfect. So you can use this link to buy your own merchandise. You can buy this t-shirt. There's a hoodie out there. There's a cap. A lot of things are there, but this thing particularly I liked because it looks very casual. Like I can do a video with that, and hoodie and all stuff. Like that's a little bit of if you're in a cold country, you can buy a hoodie as well. All right, so JK is asking, sir, actually, what is MVC pattern in GetX? I can't understand what class and method to put. Okay, JK, I'll answer your question. Thanks for introducing me to GetX. Thank you so much, Muhammad Sadiq, sorry. Thank you so much for that. Tech Underrated is asking, are React Native apps more stable than Flutter apps, or the performance is same? So React Native applications are as good as Flutter, and if I have to say, Flutter will be better, because if you see the architecture of both application, React uses something called JavaScript, or like HTML kind of view or JavaScript kind of view to create their interface, whereas in Flutter it's a native view of the platform. So if you're working on Android, it's just a view. If you're working on iOS, it's a UI view, and on top of that you're painting with your custom renderer, and the engine behind that is Skia engine. Skia engine is used in Google Chrome, and a lot of Google projects they're using Skia engine. So of course painting and stuff will be going to be much faster, and they're using the native view, of course. So best YouTube teacher ever saw, greetings from Sri Lanka. Hello, Domina. Thank you so much for this this comment. I really appreciate that. It's not the best YouTube. I have seen a lot of people, like there are there are channels who have millions of subscribers and they're creating amazing stuff. I'm just getting inspiration from them. Like this video, of course, itself is inspired from someone, because generally what I do, I create a technical stuff. I create a video where I just show the coding part and all those stuff. So I thought, like, I saw one video from one channel and I saw like he was talking to his audience in a free way. So I thought, why not to talk to my audience in a free way? So I always assume myself, like if someone in the bigger picture, like someone having a 1 million subscriber, they're doing something, it gives me inspiration that, of course, if they are doing something and it's turning out well for them, I can also learn from something and get inspired and do something like that. And then we'll figure out whether it works or not. So that is the second part. So I just tried to do it and it's working. So far it's working, it's going really well, and I'm happy about that. So Jatin Kumar is saying, hello, good evening, bro. Hello, Jatin, how are you doing? I hope everybody is fine. The situation is fine. Let me also know about how's situation out there. Like, how's the count increasing? How's the count and how's like people behavior? How's the situation overall? If you want to talk about that in the comment section. Okay, so let me have some water, and it's going to be a prayer call as well in next couple of minutes. So just for 30 seconds, I will put BRB screen back, be right back, but not right now. When prayer time starts, I'll put for 30 seconds or maybe 40 seconds, and then I'll be back. All right. So another question is, Flutter will be better as Google Pay has been rewritten in Flutter and the app performance has been more stable now. For us, it's a best YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Technical Om. Chirag is saying, I'm new to Flutter. Any suggestion for newbie to start? So any newbie, I give them suggestion for 3 things. The first thing, you subscribe the YouTube channels, not particularly mine, but you select out, you see whose teaching technique helps you out. So you can subscribe those channels, keep visiting them, like keep watching their videos if you are feeling if you get their understanding level and their like teaching level matches with your understanding. So subscribe the YouTube channel and start the GitHub pages. Like you go to the GitHub pages where they have written their code and try to understand how they have written particular things in a particular manner, like why they use variable like that, why they use that particular widget in that place. So you have to follow someone and get inspiration from their work. So that's how you can learn easily. Okay. Subhajit is saying, can you do a tutorial on product search with a product category using GetX? I'm not able to do it with a single product controller. Okay. So I have already that product application which you have seen. I'm using state management and GetX. I have demonstrated on that product application. So maybe I can add a search bar on top of that, and maybe I can consume the data from JSON and try to filter it out. So of course it's a nice suggestion. I'll mark this comment as a future, topic for my future video. Yep. Perfect. So Sarbaz is saying, for making Flutter web and app, it need a different code. Not exactly. What you need is your application should be, because as Flutter web is in beta support, so you have to create your application in a way that it supports the web. So it's just a simple command. You can use -web, I think, if I'm not wrong. So Flutter create, and there you can use specify that command that I want to target web as well, and whatever you write, it's going to work both the places. Now there are some packages which work only on Android and only on iOS, so you have to be careful while like targeting all these 3 platforms if you want to target Android, iOS and web. So you have to choose the package which is targeting all of those 3, right? So that consideration you have to take, and other than that, the UI part will work on all the platforms. So while designing also, you have to take consideration of the landscape mode of like the behavior, the web nature of layout. You don't have to write everything vertical. Somehow you have to make it horizontal as well, right? So I'll just take a 30-second break and I'll be back. So stay tuned, don't move out, and we'll be discussing like couple of other things as well, and then we'll end the session. All right, so I'm back now, and I can see the count has increased instead of decreasing, so that's a good sign. So JK has asked, what is MVC? That is a very basic question like for Flutter developer, but to answer you, it's a way to separate your code. And now what type of code? So in application, we write things like user interface, right? So your user interface is something user is going to interact. Your model, basically what data shows on your user interface is your model, right? And that may come from internet, that may come from your database and any place. And to show that model, like to interact between the model and the view, you need a controller who controls the data, the flow of the data, right? So to manage all those things separately, you need to follow the MVC pattern. So that is the simplest explanation I can give out here. And you don't want to mix and match, because it should be separated so that you can just copy paste some part of your user interface and paste somewhere else, or like you can put the same logic inside your controller for something else, some else functionality. So you have to maintain that separability so that easily you can switch between, or like easily you can migrate your project. So those things become easy with MVC pattern. And of course maintainability is a real thing which you target from the pattern like MVC. So I don't even have an account. I guess I will make one. Sure, Mohammed Sadiq, you have to create a Discord account. Anyone here right now who wants to communicate with me, like who want to share their project for review, who wants to talk about freelancing stuff, who want to work with me, they can go ahead and join me on Discord. If you don't have the Discord server, go ahead and make one. That's simple. So Technical Om has asked, I'm currently creating a project which is 85% complete and it's running on Flutter 1.20. What will happen if I upgrade? So Flutter upgrade doesn't break anything unless it's like a major change. So they deprecate things like Flutter 1.20 is still a stable release, and it's like not a long back released, just couple of months it has been released. So nothing will break for sure. You can just go ahead and say Flutter upgrade and it will work fine. So over the time, what they do, they deprecate the APIs and they keep that deprecated API for at least 2-3 releases. So say for example, they deprecated the title, they deprecated the subtitle. If you see in the text, text style. So a lot of the font size and those things, styles, they have deprecated. So they will keep for 2-3 releases. By the time the developers, they move, they come up with a new code. So they will keep for the few releases. Of course, you can upgrade easily and you should do it, and you should upgrade frequently. Not like on the same day when it arrives. That's also not a good practice for the production application, but at least keep it, -2. That's generally like it is said to be a nice to have on -2 version of current production. So if it's running on Flutter 1.22, you keep it 120. If it's 1.24, you keep it 122, so that you have always a stable and working branch. So that is my suggestion on that. And let's take another question. One more thing, when should I use bindings in GetX? I'll cover that in one of my tutorial. As of now, I'm not sure like how exactly binding and all those things works behind the scenes, so I cannot comment out anything and I don't want to give a wrong information. So Animesh is saying, bro, I want to create a OTP recent countdown, but I don't find the better approach. Can you please help me? It's just simple. You just create an integer observable element, and after each second with the help of timer, you just keep in decrementing, right? And that with OBX, you can listen inside your user interface. So that should work, fine. All right. So let's take question from Bobby. Do you have Flutter open source project in your GitHub? Yes, I have a lot of them. Like whatever tutorial I create on my channel, I put them on GitHub for my audience to refer to have a look at that. But not all the time I have maintained the structure, the folder structure. So don't think in the way of like folder structure and all. Don't take reference of that. But yes, if you want to achieve something, I have a lot of things on my GitHub page, like 3D flip, card payment, clock application is there, and a variety of application like design application, the universe application, a lot of things I have there. So you can probably check it out yourself. Okay, so Technical Home is saying, brother, I have already answered that question. And Tech Underrated is saying, hello, I have made a sign-in page UI. Of course, Tech Underrated, you can send to me, or you can put in the community of our Discord server and they will answer your question. So now we are talking about Discord. Let me talk about Discord server as well, because that is really important to communicate, because not everything you can write inside your YouTube comment. So Discord server is something where you can ask your question, okay, and the one who is going to answer is the community. So yesterday one thing happened that someone was blaming me for not answering the question. So in anyhow, I'm not liable. I don't owe you to answer something and give the resolution on the same day. So it works in a both way. So like, don't get it in a wrong way. What I meant, like, I may be busy with something else, right? I may be busy in recording this session. I may be busy in doing my own personal stuff, or I may be busy with my family. So when you put question in Discord, what it means that the community will look at it. Like, I have like 100+ members in the community. So what I expect from you guys, that you join the Discord server, then you have to be active in it. So whenever someone asks, if you have the answer, if you have the knowledge about that, go ahead and give your information. Even if you're wrong, just give it a thought, like try to do this way, or like just put your answer, maybe someone else can correct you. So that's how you will also learn a new thing. And also, like, this is what I also do. So I put it one of my when I was working on GetX, I did something with I created a property for something, and then I shared that snapshot in one of the GetX channel, and there I came to know, okay, somebody replied that this is not the right way, you should use OBS for that. So that's how we grow. Like, we don't have to blame each other. Just put your issues if you are having, like, it's not compiling, you're facing some issues, go ahead and put in the Discord server and wait for someone to reply. Like, you can request someone to have a look on that, or I request you guys, when you join server, if you have that knowledge, make sure to reply and make sure to help others. That's how thing grows, right? So that is about Discord server, and that is about the dispute happened yesterday. Somebody left the community with saying that you are not replying, you're not active. So lot of time, to be honest with you, I go to the people's GitHub page and review their code manually, check every line, and then tell them in the comment section. If you go through the GitHub Discord, tell them in the comment section that what is being wrong. And sometimes it even happened that I downloaded their source code, I compiled on my machine myself to come to know what issue they are facing. So I'm trying to do best from my side, and I'll keep on doing that, but I need your contribution as well in Discord server. So when you join, make sure to answer others as well. So I can see a lot of people are coming in the Discord server now. That's a good thing. Okay, so now let's move ahead and talk about the roadmap of channel CodeX. Okay, and then we will end the session. So because it's almost going to be a 1 hour session now, so I'll talk about what you can expect in CodeX channel and what I'm going to do in coming months. So that you can consider subscribing if you are not the subscriber one. So Bobby is saying we can help each other there. Yes, exactly. That is the idea. Discord server is not like N:1. You all are bombarding your question to me and I'm liable for answering that. It doesn't work that way. You have to put your problem, and the community will take care of that. Like, if someone has the knowledge, if I have the time, I'll go through it and I'll answer that. That's how it works. Thank you so much, Bobby, for answering that. So Order Zangana has joined. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you doing today? So we are almost in the end of our session, where I'll talk about the roadmap of my channel CodeX, what you can expect from it, what I'm going to do in the coming months. And of course, I'm going to hit the 10K subscriber also next month, probably, looking at the growth rate. That is the analytics I got. So we'll have another session maybe next month, or like, it depends on you guys' feedback, that whether you want such kind of session where we talk, we'll discuss things very openly instead of just having tutorials. So you can tell me about your opinion. Hello team Avalon, thank you so much for joining. Pranab Saha is saying, and then I use some set state in that page. When I pop the page, the console shows me some set state error. Okay, Pranab. Pranav has asked some question above. Let me just scroll through for him. Can you put the question again, Pranav, so that I'll just take a look at that. So I was talking about the roadmap of channel CodeX. So let me tell you upfrontly, I'm not a person who really likes the backend stuff. What I mean with that, I don't want to work with backend services, creating backend service for myself, like doing ASP.NET stuff, doing Java, Spring, all those technologies. So that part, the backend part, I'm not really much interested in doing that. I'm kind of a person who is more interested in the front end side. So you can talk about the design stuff, how to design something, how to create a good user experience, and how to create a application like Android and iOS application, and how to work with that. So in my channel you can expect videos on Android, iOS, the Flutter way, the Xamarin, and other tools like Android native, iOS native, and all those React stuff, everything you can expect. And apart from that, you will also see some videos around the XD, or maybe creating a user interface inside Photoshop or stuff like that. So as I told, I'm more kind of the user experience guy. So I'm more focused on creating a front end application, not just the designing part, but creating a best application, maybe you can say a best application that fulfills the need of the user. So there's a multiple way of creating an application. Like you can just create for the sake of creating by just putting some layouts, just putting some controls out there, and you can say that it's done. But if you take if you consider it as an opportunity to deliver a solution, you have to think about the user perspective, how this particular thing can be best suited for some user, like how we can enhance it. So those all things we'll talk about this. We'll talk about that in channel. So those all things you can expect. And yes, so that's all I wanted to share in this live stream. I hope people enjoyed. And couple of more questions we'll take, and then we'll end the live stream. If you have any question, just this is the right time to put in the comment box so that I can answer and end the live stream. So Pranav is saying, I have made a music player app. Now when I tap on the song, the app takes me to different page. Okay. And then I use some set state in that page. When I pop the page, the console shows me some set state error. So brother, it's very simple. You have one music page, okay, and when you go to, it takes to the different page. So I got your scenario. So this is something which we can discuss on a technical part, but what I got here, that your controls are not disposing. I keep on making mistake in the live stream. So your controls are basically not disposing. So what you have to do is you have to dispose once you are leaving some page, when you are going back. So maybe in your detail page you have some set state written, right? So when you're going back, you have to make sure that your timer is disposed, your instance is not running there. So dispose is something which Flutter developer is missing in a lot of cases, like lot of applications which I have seen on Git also. They just miss out the dispose part. So you have to take care of dispose as well. When you're going back, you have to destroy the objects. So that may fix your issue. If that doesn't work, then ping in the Discord server. We can discuss in detail. We can share the snippet as well if you want to share that. So like maybe the final question which I'm going to take for this live stream, Syed Ashraf has asked, Sergi, I'm like a dull programmer. Which mobile development platform will be convenient for me, Sergi? So Syed Ashraf, there's nothing like a dull programmer or something. It totally depends on your interest. So if you're not interested in something, no programming tool is good for you. So like programming tool cannot feed you to do something. You have to, come out of your comfort zone and implement something. Yeah, of course, there's a tool. There are tools available in the market which makes it simpler. But for that also, like if you have the food in the plate, you have to make your hand work and consume that, right? So the tools are out there. So you have to give that effort of trying it out. You have to explore it. And if you're asking my personal suggestion, like to answer your question, Flutter is very easy. React is as well. And Android and iOS is a native way of learning something. So if you are starting from scratch, if you want to learn, mobile development, so I will recommend you to go through Android lifecycle, learn iOS lifecycle, and then jump to Flutter. That will be really helpful to understand the building blocks for you. Muhammad Sadiq, yo, I'm on Discord now. There we go. Okay. So Muhammad Sadiq, welcome. And let's see if you have any question, and then we can okay, thanks a lot. I will try surely. Perfect. So this live stream went really well. I'm really glad about that. And let me see whether I have any topic prepared which I wanted to talk. Just a second before I end the live stream. Yeah, I talked about the roadmap. I talked about do what you love what you do. So this is one of the pointer which I made. So like choose a platform wisely. You don't just like to answer the question which Syed Ashraf has asked. No tool is going to give you a final product for yourself. So you have to use that tool. You have to use a hammer to build something, right? So that way you utilize the tool, you learn something, and as per your interest, you can go around. I joined your Discord server as well. Thank you so much, Pranav. JK, next time when you make tutorial, make it MVC pattern, SP, that we can learn proper way. JK, currently with the GetX tutorial which you have seen, or which is there on the GitHub page, it's using MVC pattern, and even in the thumbnail, even in the live stream, I have said that it is MVC. So JK, at this point, if you want to check, you can go ahead and check that GitHub page, and let me put a link in the description so that it's easy for people. Just a second before I end live stream. Yeah, this online Shopee. So this application is completely MVC. I'm using model view controller in a proper way, in a proper structured way. So you can check that as well. Thank you so much, Syed Ashraf, to accept my opinion, like to not taking in a negative way. So you have to work, that is the funda, and of course once you start you will become a master. So the initial point is you have to start somewhere. You don't have to be dependent on some platform will come, some magic wand will come and everything will work for you. You have to start and it will work inshallah for you. Alright, so this is the GitHub page where GitHub application online Shopee where I'm using MVC pattern. If you want to go ahead and check it out and give it a star if you want. My favorite channel. Thank you so much, Kundan Kumar. Give it a like, and if guys, if you're really interested, you can take a membership of this channel. I have very small price for my membership, like 159 Indian rupees if you're Indian guy, or like 5 dirhams for 5 dirhams for UAE people, and in dollars it's just like $3 or $7 for geek membership and pro membership. So consider taking a membership as well, because I create one video per month dedicated for my members. So there only we have members, like 5-10 people will be there, and as it grows, like the member community will grow, so you have a bigger chance of getting your question heard. And of course in this live stream also I'm trying to take as many question as possible. So you can consider subscribing, and you can consider taking membership as well. And if you're interested to buy this t-shirt, you can buy right away by going on this link. I will put merchant link again. So you can go to this link and buy for yourself. And once I complete 10,000 subscriber, I'm going to do giveaway as well for maybe this t-shirt, the hoodie, and those things. So if you want to showcase your friend that I'm a programmer or this kind of fancy stuff, so this t-shirt is for you. And yes, that's all about this live stream. I hope you people enjoyed it. Make sure to give thumbs up. The like button is just below so that it reaches out to more people as well, and they also subscribe the channel, they also take the membership, and I earn money a lot, right? So that's all about this live stream. How to be a member, it's very simple. Oshia, you just open my channel and click on the link. If you want guys to provide the link, maybe in the description of this channel also you can description of this video also you can get that link. But of course it's about money, so I'll take one extra step and I'll give you that link. So I hope this session was fruitful for you guys. Just write down in the comment section how it was, and then I'll terminate the live stream, and you can ask your question still when I put an ending screen. And maybe if it's not get answered today, so I'll keep it for next live stream. Thank you so much, Sadiq. Of course, I'll try to make more of this session, maybe once in a month, dedicated for my subscribers. So this video will be for my subscriber, and one video, extra video, that maybe if you're not a member of my channel, you will not be able to see it, but one extra video I create per month for my members. So currently I have 3 members now, which is very less number. So I'm expecting that to grow so that we can have, you know, the money also flows in my account that way. And of course, the other way is if you want something physical with you, you can buy this t-shirt. So you will get a t-shirt, I'll get some extra income in that. So that's how it will grow. And of course, I told you the plan which I have with my channel, more on Android and iOS application, more on the UX part, the user experience, and Flutter, of course. And I'm really planning to move towards the Xamarin platform as well, because Xamarin has a very big announcement coming up in 2021. They are creating what they call MAUI, Microsoft something UI, where they will have exactly same thing like Flutter. So that is also going to be the next technology. Like people, there will be a hype around that, but not in 2020, maybe 2021 you can expect. So all those things you can expect in my channel related to everything related to Android, iOS and UX part, like consuming API, RESTful application, creating a full-fledged application. You can expect that in my channel. So make sure to subscribe. And Oshia has taken a pro squad. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So guys, that is the way forward. Like if you really like it, you can contribute by hitting the join button. You can contribute by hitting the super chat button. So that's how it's growth. Thank you so much, Oshia. I really appreciate that, your pro squad membership. So I will see you guys in the next video, and Oshia, I'll see you in the next member only live stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, write down in the comment section. I'll put the ending screen now, and I'll see you guys there in the next one.